scrunching her forehead. She peeked through barely open, inky lashes. "Jonah?" "Yeah, that would be me." He stepped into his silk boxers and reached for the phone. Her gaze darted around his room quickly, orienting. She grasped the comforter and yanked it up, bringing her hand closer to her face. Suddenly she went stock still and frowned. "What's the matter?" She couldn't possibly be shy after last night. It wasn't as if they'd kept the lights off. Jonah?" Her voice squeaked up a notch. He sank to the edge of the bed and waited, already thinking through at least 5 different ways he could distract her throughout the summer. She extended her arms, splaying her fingers wide. Sunshine through the window glinted off the simple gold wedding band he'd placed there last night. Eloisa blinked fast, her eyes going wide with horror. "Oh, my God," she gasped, thumbing the shiny new ring around and around. "What have we done?" Chapter 1. Pensacola, Florida, present day. "Congratulations to the bride-to-be, my little princess." The toast from the father of the bride drifted from the deck of the paddle-boat, carried by the muggy Pensacola breeze, to Eloisa Taylor back on the dock. Eloisa sat dipping her aching feet in the Florida Gulf waters, tired to the roots of her ponytail from helping plan her half-sister's engagement party. Her stepfather had gone all out for Audrey. Far more than a tax collector in a cubicle could afford, but nothing was too good for his little princess. Still, he'd had to settle for a Monday night booking to make the gala affordable. The echo of clinking glasses mingled with the lap of waves against her feet. Dinner was done, the crowd so well-fed no one would miss her. She was good at that, helping people and keeping a low profile. Putting together this engagement party had been bittersweet, forcing her to think about her own vows, uncelebrated, unknown even to her family. Thank God for the quickie divorce that had extracted her from her impulsive midnight marriage almost as fast as she'd entered it. Usually she managed to smother those recollections, but how could she not think about it now with Audrey's happily ever after tossed in her face 24/7? Not to mention the cryptic voice message he'd received this morning with his voice, Jonah. Even a year after hearing it last, she still recognized the sexy bass. "Eloisa, it's me. We have to talk." She swept her wind-whipped ponytail from her face, shivering from the phantom feel of his hand stroking her face. A year ago she'd indulged herself in checking out the heritage of her real father. A summer indulgence had led her to one totally wrong man with a high-profile life that threatened her carefully protected world, threatened secrets she held close and deep. Eloisa blinked back the memories of Jonah, too many given how little time she'd spent with him. They were history now since she'd divorced him, not that their 24-hour marriage counted in her mind. She should ignore the call and block his number, or at least wait until after her sister's "I do" was in the past before contacting him again. A fish plopped in the distance, sailboat lines clinking against masts. The rhythmic, familiar sounds soothed her. She soaked up the other sounds of home, greedily gathering up every bit of comfort she could find. Emerald green waters reflected a pregnant moon. Wind rustled through palm trees. An engine growled softly in the distance. So much for a late, solitary moment. She shook dry one foot, then the other, and glanced over her shoulder. A limo rolled closer. Late-arriving guests? Really late, since after-dinner dancing was well underway. Reaching for her sandals, she watched the long black stretch of machine inching beside the waterway. The shape of the sleek vehicle wasn't your average wedding limo. The distinctive grille glinted in the moonlight, advertising the approach of an exclusive Rolls-Royce. Tinted windows sealed off the passengers from view, but